What's up, cookies?
Yeah, look, that's a little bit better. Get out of here.
You do it then.
No, we're back, guys. We're doing a reaction today. Today we're doing our first BTS. So we've got an actual BTS fan here. Here, this lady in the middle, this crazy lady who screams every time Jungkook comes on the screen. Is that his name? Did I say his name properly?
That's how I told you guys.
Guys, we've been married for 30 years. Never once have I walked in the door after work and she's gone, ah! Never once. Not once. Never happened. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to do BTS and we thought we'll have a BTS fan. All right. I want to get this wrong because I heard, I don't want to get this wrong because I've heard the army's a little bit crazy.
Don't come
And
at us.
yeah, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. But we've been told we should check out the introduction video. The only one I could find is called This is BTS, Introduction to BTS. So we're going to check this out before we look at some of their music. Now, they had their concert last night on Netflix.
She was screaming like.
Yes, the whole night. Yeah, literally, that's how it was. But we watched it. I watched
No
it.
comment.
First time I've ever heard BTS, and
At least
I
she's a
enjoyed
true
it. I thought it was pretty
BTS
cool.
fan.
That they shut down like half a Seoul, the main part.
No,
of the
they
city.
shut
It's
down
pretty
a few
crazy.
streets.
Yeah, and it would have been crazy if you were one of those people all the way up the back.
Oh, you
Watching,
have to watch
like-
a TV.
I was
Yeah, you
very
literally
jealous
just
of everyone
could
that
have
was
sat at
there.
home and watched it on
We
Netflix.
were just there in
And they closed off
January.
all the rooftops. No one
Yes.
was allowed on the roofs
Yeah.
of any of the buildings around it. Yeah, look, the BTS light stick.
Look, we can control it. Look, ready?
It's got more colors than the Blackpink one, I think.
Yeah, there's a bit more.
Is
There's a
there?
few more.
Actually, I was only joking, guys.
And there's
Blinks, I'm
also a
joking.
song. There's also, you can put the song on and the light connects. So if it was do-do-do-do-do, the light would go.
If it was what?
If it was
There,
do-do-do-do-do,
guys, that's how she speaks. You know how hard it is? That's how she
Talking
speaks.
about the
Yeah.
army here.
Oh, I'm joking. Yeah, no, sorry. But yeah, that's how my niece speaks. If you see her on a bus licking windows, guys, like, just wave at her.
What?
Pretty cool. Not joking. Guys, I'm going to hit play. You're going to hit subscribe. We'll do it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, hang on.
go.
No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Look, guys, I'm stalling to give you time to hit subscribe. Whoa, what is that? Well, that stadium.
How many of you have heard of BTS?
Who is BTS and why are they so popular? BTS is a 7-member group from South Korea. While the words boy band are often associated with the image of screaming teen girls, that is far from reality. First, there's nothing wrong with being a young person showing love for something you enjoy. But what if I told you about 24% are in their 20s, 28% are in their 30s, and 21% are in their 40s. Take a closer look at this age and gender demographic for BTS's 2020 Map of the Soul ticket sales. Females ages 25 and up made 46% of web traffic, and 31% were males.
Yeah, wow.
BTS's fans, named ARMY, will often tell you BTS is not your typical boy band. And why? To get a better understanding, let us go back to the beginning. BTS was created by Big Hit Entertainment, whose mission statement is music and artist for healing.
What?
The company, and namely their CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, wanted BTS to be sincere and genuine figures that people could easily relate to and grow with. Not immaculate idols groomed amid studio culture, but real boys who shared their authentic personalities and talents with the world. Which is why BTS stands for 방탄소년단, Korean for Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Bangtan meaning to be resistant to bullets, so it means to block out stereotypes, criticisms, and expectations that are aimed at adolescents like bullets, to preserve the value and ideals of today's adolescents. In 2017, BTS rebranded their name and logo representing their growth and maturity, extending the meaning
logo.
to beyond the scene. The new door-inspired logo symbolizes youth who don't settle for their current reality and instead open the door and go forward to achieve growth. BTS debuted on June 12, 2013 with 7 members: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. All 7 members came
what I
from
told you
different
guys.
parts of Korea. So at first, living together in a small apartment was a challenge. Their
Yeah, wow.
CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, created a method for the boys whenever they got into an argument.
일단 싸워도 된다. 싸움을 두려워하기 때문에 우리 갈등이 커지는 거다라고 가리키고요. 그 다음에 마지막으로는 단 해결은 7이 같이 하는 거다. 싸움은 둘이 해도 해결은 7명이 같이 해라. 하기 너무 창피한 걸로 싸움을 해도 결국 같이 와서 저희가 이런 문제를 갖고 둘이 싸웠는데 이렇게 해서 이렇게 해결했습니다 라고 얘기를 하고, 그런 부분들이 이 팀의 친화력을 혹은 시너지를 강하게 만들고 있지 않나.
It's pretty clever.
like
Oh, she's got like a
that.
counselor.
Over the years, the
I
boys
like
That's
have
pretty
come to
clever.
love each other despite their difference in personalities,
Can't leave
to the
the
point
two
where they
Yo.
feel
in
incomplete
conflicts.
with one member missing. They became each other's strength and support and formed a brotherhood.
내 머릿속에는 옆에 멤버들이 있어야 뭔가 자연스러운, 그러니까 뭔가 내 핸드폰이나 지갑처럼 없으면 불안한 그런 것들 있잖아. 생각나?
그죠. 소중하다 못해 없으면 안 될 사람들이긴 하죠. 왜냐면은 넘어져도 저 혼자 일어나는 게 아니라 그냥 같이 일어난 거니까.
좀 생각을 해보면
Together.
이런 7명이 어떻게 모였을까라는 생각이 들어요. 이제는. 예. 오래 지냈다고 해서 될 문제는 아니에요. 어떻게 보면은 운명인 것 같아요. 예. 되게 유치하지만 그냥 운명이었던 거예요, 이거는. 예.
Their climb to the top may seem sudden to those who didn't follow their journey, but
That's right.
it was far from a walk
Who's
in the
that?
park.
Which one's that?
BTS's
RM.
company, Big Hit Entertainment, started off small and faced numerous hardships, even coming close to bankruptcy. Since Big Hit wasn't a large company at that time, they lacked the resources for promoting BTS. Even getting the chance to debut was a fluke. Their debut performance opportunity came about because a music show needed a filler for
That
someone
was
else.
cool. What was that?
Even after they
looks sick.
debuted, their performances would often get cut, and if they did make it on air, their screen time was very short since Big Hit didn't have the power or influence bigger companies had over broadcasts.
Wow.
Since they were often not invited to a lot of big variety shows, the company found their own way to communicate with their audience through platforms such as YouTube. By vlogging their journey, they allowed us to discover their personalities. They
I love
also
RM.
created their
I
own
love
variety
RM.
shows and
So your
often
favorite?
live streamed with fans. They honed their crafts for hours on end, practicing in the dance studio and producing music, returning home at
Shit,
dawn
timing?
to all sleep
Look at their-
in one bedroom.
What the
2 years of hard work and not knowing
wish
where
I
they'd
had
end
that.
up, they finally won their first music show award.
Yeah.
Yet,
I
as they
remember
grew
this.
in popularity, they were falsely accused of sajeki, which is when a company buys their own artist albums to boost sales for the charts. That's because people couldn't believe a group from a small company was selling well, ignoring the fact that a small company wouldn't have the resources to pull off such a scam.
Yeah, wow.
These were just a few of their hardships and struggles. I created a separate video highlighting their past hardships. I'll link that in my description box. Throughout the years, BTS were
Time
able to reach
magazine.
impressive milestones while continuing to sing in Korean. They shattered cultural language barriers with music and attracted an international
US,
audience.
European, what?
They grew organically by staying true to themselves while building a genuine connection with their fans from around the world. During an era where streaming numbers have gone up and traditional album sales have gone down, BTS has become an industry anomaly. Their latest album, Map of the Soul 7, released February 21, 2020, is the best-selling physical album of the year, and they sold over 500,000 copies in just the United States alone. The biggest kicker? Well, BTS did this without a single bundle. And what does bundle mean? Artists would bundle merchandise or concert tickets with the album's sales. For
Okay.
example, a copy
Well,
of an
that's-
artist's album,
they actually do that?
digital or
That's full
physical,
fudging then.
would be included in every t-shirt sale or ticket sold for their concert. These sales would count towards charting numbers and become an
Nah.
industry-wide tactic in the
I didn't know
US
that.
to help boost sales
DJ
figures
Khaled.
and in effect climb up the
Bruh.
Billboard charts.
Nicki Minaj? What the heck?
In a
Taylor
2019
Swift?
New York Times article, they said about half the 39
That's
titles
crazy.
that topped the charts last year were sold as part of ticket or merchandise
Oh,
bundles.
cheating.
Without the help of bundles and driven by the power
What?
of ARMYs alone, BTS were able to beat a lot of historic records, such as Michael Jackson's 36-year record and the Beatles' 22-year record.
Yeah,
While
what
these
the heck?
musical acts are famous around the world, Suga has said it's a great honor to be called the Beatles of the 21st century.
Yeah, wow.
At the same time, it's a bit pressuring to be called that. We are BTS. We want to be the BTS of the 21st century. The members themselves have always been involved in their music and engaged with their fans, even before they officially debuted. From their debut album, Too Cool for School, in 2013 to their most recent Map of the Soul 7, all 7 members have contributed as either writers and or producers on every album. All of BTS are associate members of the Korea Music Copyright Association, and as of August 2020, J-Hope, Suga, and RM were all promoted to full members of the association.
Yeah, wow.
They even create music that's released for free on SoundCloud as gifts to their fans. Much of their work touches on subjects like mental health, youth and female empowerment, child abuse, cyberbullying, self-love and development, and socio-economic injustices. Much of their work is also inspired by past writers and thinkers. Their latest series, Map of the Soul, incorporates psychological concepts by Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. BTS is not afraid to use their platform to amplify underrepresented voices and issues, taking numerous risks with their career while receiving backlash from people in power. BTS are also as charitable as they are talented. Throughout the years, members have been donating individually and as a group. BTS rarely publicize donations, so fans often find out about them if media organizations uncover the details. One
That's
of
pretty sick. I
BTS's
like that.
few public
That's awesome.
announcements was in November 2017 for their Love Myself campaign. They partnered with UNICEF to create a campaign aimed at protecting children and teenagers from around the world, with the hope of making the world a better place through music. BTS and their company, Big Hit Entertainment, pledged 500 million Korean won and donated 3% of the income from the sales of physical albums of the Love Yourself series, along with 6 other fundraising initiatives, including the Love Myself merchandise, where 100% of its proceeds were pledged to the cause.
Yeah, what
The
heck?
Love Yourself series, which contained
nothing
3
off.
albums
Yeah.
total, sold over 7 million copies worldwide. On September 24, 2018, BTS was invited to deliver a speech about the Love Myself campaign
Yeah.
at the United Nations General Assembly. On January 15, 2020, Formula E announced their partnership with BTS to help combat climate change. On June 3, 2020, BTS tweeted their support for Black Lives Matter. A few days later, Variety reported that BTS and Big Hit Entertainment had donated $1 million to support the Black Lives Matter movement. When ARMYs got wind of the news, they matched their $1 million
ARMY!
donation in
That's
one
crazy.
day. Now,
In one
these are
day.
just a couple of their acts of charity. With their socially conscious music, BTS created a new fandom culture that brings together fans from different national and racial identities. This led to the emergence of bilingual
stadium.
ARMY volunteers
Lots of
who
stuff for, like,
translated
every
BTS
level.
Korean
Yeah.
lyrics and videos in their language almost real time, making the content immediately available to non-Korean speakers. We may all speak different languages, but their music and their message connected people from around the world
Saudi
with
Arabia.
different
Japan,
ethnicities,
London.
background, gender, and age.
United States.
BTS has also expressed their love and respect for ARMY countless of times, such as always mentioning them first during speeches, responding to fans on their social media app Weverse, showing their appreciation for ARMY projects, halting rehearsals for the Muslim prayers in Saudi Arabia. The youngest member, Jungkook, even got the fandom name tattooed on his hand. Together with ARMY, they grew as individuals and as artists.
저는
굳이 영향력을 주는 거창한 것을 안 원하고
Worldwide
그냥
handsome.
저희를 보는 분들이 행복하고 웃을 수 있다면 그걸로
팬이란 게 진짜 뭘까 막 이런 생각을 가끔
Is that his nickname?
하거든요.
Who gave him
그리고
that?
그 사람들
I think he was in an interview.
때문에 저희가
What
무대에
do you mean?
서는
He gave
거라
it to himself.
They
그
said,
가진
I
사람들을
can't
위해서
remember
노래를 하고
how it came
That's
about.
crazy.
But that's what he's doing
Wow,
for
결국
why
우리
not?
worldwide
진짜
handsome.
감사해야 되고 무대 하나하나
I think he's better
최선을
looking
다해야
than
되고
Jungkook. but-
간단하게 얘기해서는
Sorry,
가수를
Jim.
하고 있는 어떤 제일 중요한 이유인 것 같아요. 저는 뭐 방송 활동도 물론 쉽지 않지만 진짜 콘서트는 그냥 제가 이 방탄소년단을 하고 있는 이유가 맞는 것 같아요.
Your life's changing.
That's so sick.
다행히도 내가 원래 하고 싶었던 이 메시지 하고 싶었던 음악들을 하고 있어서 참 다행이라고 생각을 해요. 그러기 때문에 되게 그렇게 살고 있는 것 같아요. 긍정적인 에너지를 주죠. 일단 이 일을 좋아하는 거, 이 일을 사랑하고 너무 좋아하는 게
Well, there's no way they'd get on a bus now. There's
왜냐면
no way
이
they'd be
일을
able to.
하기 싫고
No, not at
실증이라고
all.
하면은 무대 위에서도 나타나기
And
때문에
if they do,
이 일을
there's full security
굉장히 사랑하기
covering
때문에
everything.
내가 무대 위에서 퍼포먼스를 하고 있을
Or maybe
노래를
late
할
at
수
night, no one would know. but-
계속 와서 응원해주는 모습 그리고 그렇게 저희를 진심으로 좋아해주는 그런 표정들
I still remember
힘들
watching
때
them on
그런
Running Man
표정들이
in the Korean
되게
variety
더
shows.
힘을 주는
Funny?
것
You remember
같아서
I like
So
Running Man.
fun.
Running Man's good.
여러분들
I
저희를
love
알아봐
Running
주신
Man.
여러분들이라면
What's the president's
여러분의
name?
꿈
He's the
꿈이
best
아니더라도
one.
여러분의 삶
He's the
여러분의 인생에
president.
언젠가
He's
저희의
the best
존재가
one.
저의 음악
I
저희의
am the
무대가
best
저희의
Is
사진
that your favorite one?
영상이 여러분한테 아주 조금이라도 아픔이
From in the
100이라면
concert last night, he's the leader, right?
98,
Of the group.
97로
The
만들어줄 수
injured
있다면
ankle.
그걸로 저희의 존재의 가치는 충분합니다. 정말 사랑합니다.
사랑합니다.
That's
Their
so cool.
love for ARMY has also helped them decide on re-signing another 7-year contract with Big Hit
Another 7
Entertainment.
years.
They mentioned doing it for their fans and not for money. So, while people often discredit BTS's talent, likening their popularity to superficial aspects that come with the image of a boy band, it is their development of personalities and sincerity towards their art and their fans that made their fandom the size and reach that it has become.
Wow.
I hope people will come to realize that BTS is more than just their singing and their dancing skills. They're not just performers, but artists who have healed and inspired millions of people around the world. For a deeper dive into BTS, please refer to these websites, apps, and ARMY accounts to stay updated.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yo.
I didn't know any of that.
No, I think what the producer did well is he didn't go looking for the 7 best looking guys to form a group. He got 7 boys together and he focused on their personalities and who they were. And I think that's why they're so big. It was never just about their music and the way they dance. Like,
Yeah.
And I like how they interact with a lot of their fans with
Yo.
their YouTube channels.
I like their light
Over the
stick.
years, yes.
and their growth being natural, I think helped to their longevity also.
Look, it says.
Taylor Swift fudging on the albums, like I didn't know that. Like that's crazy. Like I'd heard.
No,
I heard a lot of artists do
Fudging,
it.
It might be just because it's.
No,
the
a
way
lot of
that
artists
they
do it to
can.
get their songs up the charts. Like Tekashi
Their
6ix9ine
numbers up.
was talking about it. Like he said how big a
look.
scam it is, and
This is the BTS one, and this is the ARMY one.
oh, it is too. Yeah, I saw that and the thing. I had no idea that's what it was. But yeah, all right. We're gonna get into their music in a bit, but the better understanding of who BTS is. That's pretty crazy. They seem like genuinely cool dudes. Except for that Jungkook, but the rest seem like pretty cool. No, I'm shaking. And look at Lila's face. All right, guys, we're gonna jump off. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. And where's the subscribe button?
Like and
Right there.
subscribe.
Right there. We're gonna put the subscribe button.
Subscribe and
on-
share, everybody.
See that lady in the middle? We're gonna put on her forehead. Right there. All right, guys. Love you so. Peace.
Bye, cookies.